Hello and welcome. I'm still pretending to escape the cold. Thankfully it's not snowing anymore. And we're gonna be talking about another Polynesian recent classic, Moana.
Stories of our elders in a never-ending chain. We know the way.
I can't really call it a classic because it's only been out since 2016, so it's not even a full 2 years old yet. But it's such a brilliant, genius, amazing, phenomenal film, and I adore it. I've seen it a couple times, and every single time I watch it, I just notice more and more details that I didn't notice before, and I'm just completely floored by how much they put into this and how fantastic it became. Clearly I'm a fan. So by this point, we kind of just strayed away from the hand-drawn animation. I've talked about it a couple times beforehand, but I understand how great CGI is, and the water in this film is so super realistic that it looks so lifelike. So it is cool, but I do still feel like we do lose a little bit of the artistry, but that's okay because it's focused on the story and it's emotional and it works for this film. It's not a big loss. Plus with this animation, they have a lot of fun with it where it's not just straight up CGI. In You're Welcome, they have the complete sequence and it's that halfly hand-drawn but still animated, but it's that backdrop and it's very fake and cool looking and very aesthetically pleasing, so they have fun with it. There's a little bit of experimentation.
Well, come to think of it, kid, honestly, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground, oh, that was Maui just messing around. I killed an eel, I buried its guts, sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the tapestry here in my skin is a map of the victories I win. Look where I've been, I make everything happen. Look at that, me, mini Maui, just look at that.
Once again, we have a phenomenal all-star cast in this film. We have Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, who is Maui.
You're welcome for the wonderful world you know.
Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls, remember them? That was my high school experience. And she plays the mother, Cena, in this, which is really cool. And Christopher Jackson plays the father. And Christopher Jackson, which we'll connect in a couple of minutes to Lin-Manuel Miranda, he was in Hamilton as well as In the Heights. And so it's a whole cool Broadway connection. I've known about him a lot longer than I feel like most people that know this film know him because of the Broadway roots.
But Nina, please believe that when you find your way again, you're gonna change the world, and then we're all gonna brag and say I knew her way.
The voice of Moana is Auli'i. I'm so sorry if I butchered the first name. I know I got the last name right.
My name is auli'i from Disney's new movie Moana.
And this was her first breakout role, and she's a rising star. You can tell that she's going to be very phenomenal, and her voice is amazing, and she's so young and so talented that there's going to be so much greatness coming from her. So she's someone that I know we all have to look out for, and I'm excited to see what she does in the future. This is a princess film, but it's so different from every other princess film, and it's so focused on adventure and being strong-willed and making sure to choose your own destiny and fight for what you believe in. And oh, it's so good. I love the message. I'm so proud that this film is here, and I'm so proud and I admire it so much that this is going to be such a great tool for young girls. This is the movie they need, and I'm so excited and happy and just bow down to it because Moana is such a phenomenal role model, and I am so excited that all these girls are going to look after this and want to be able to be like Moana, and it makes me so proud and hopeful for the generation. I make it sound like I'm so old. I'm really not, but 5-year-old girl is a lot younger than I am, and it's a completely different generation, and I'm just really happy that they're going to be able to experience this and see this as how a princess should be, even though she's a non-princess.
It's called wayfinding, princess. It's not just sails and knots. It's seeing where you're going in your mind. Knowing where you are by knowing where you've been.
Okay, first, I'm not a princess. I'm the daughter of the chief.
Same difference.
No.
If you wear a dress and you have an animal sidekick, you're a princess.
She still is a technical princess, even though she has not been inducted yet into Walt Disney World's princess realm. But I'm sure soon enough, because if Merida got inducted into it, then I feel like Moana will too. Eventually, soon. At least we know that it's very, very successful, and I'm excited to see what projects are going to be happening within the parks featuring Moana. All the characters are so strong. Everyone has such a great personality, and they do a phenomenal job with it. And my favorite, Grandma Tala. Oh, the emotion of this film that I went to go see it when we saw it in theaters. I did not expect to be crying as much as I did. Thankfully, as time passed, the more I've watched it, I have not been able to tear up as often, which is a proud moment for me. But it's so heartbreakingly sad and powerful, and I love her. She's such a strong character. I love her personality, and I really do admire the theory of her carrying the heart of Te Fiti around. That's why she was so strong, and as soon as she passed off to Moana, her health faded. It's not confirmed, but I really, really admire that theory, and it makes so much sense. And she became the stingray, and I was like her spirit guide, and it gets you in your heart so much. And we also must talk about the music. The music, instead of having Alan Meek and Steven Schwartz's team that have done every other film related to princesses, we have the legendary, the phenomenal, I am a fangirl of Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's someone that I have admired for a while, and kind of in a backseat. So I knew about Lin-Manuel Miranda since I was in high school. I was really involved with drama, and being close to New York, I've always had Broadway in my backyard. So it's something I was always familiar with, and I did drama classes, and so therefore when In the Heights came out in 2008, we knew about it, and we actually went to see it in 2010 when I was a senior, and 2010 or 2009, I don't remember now. The end of the decade, that's all that matters. And the really cool fact about that is that Corbin Bleu, which we'll talk about later on when we talk about High School Musical, he played Usnavi in our production of In the Heights. So, Disney connection. I cannot forget about the other composers of this film because I can't give all the credit to Lin-Manuel Miranda. We also have, and I'm reading it because I cannot pronounce this name, it is Samoanian musician Opetina Foy. I am so sorry, I cannot speak English. And Mark Malencia, who also worked on Lion King. So that team was the one that created these amazing, 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 amazing songs. The entire soundtrack is phenomenal. The only song I don't like is Shiny.
Now it's time to kick your highness. Ever seen someone so shiny? Soak it in, cause it's the last you'll ever see. Say la vie, mon ami, I'm so shiny. Now I eat you, so prepare your final plea. Just for me, you'll never be quite as shiny. You wish you were nice and shiny.
It has a David Bowie feel to it, and although I do admire David Bowie as an artist, I could never get into his sound. It's very futuristic, space, alien, which is what he wanted. You have Where You Are, the opening song, which actually took me a little bit of time to get into, but now I am fully in love with it. It might be one of my favorites.
Moana, make way, Moana, it's time you knew. The village of Motunui is all you need.
How Far I'll Go, which was nominated for an Oscar. It didn't win, but it's still phenomenal.
See the light as it shines on the sea. It's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line?
We Know the Way, which was also really one of my early favorites. It still is. That one's tied with Where You Are to me.
Away, away, we set a course to find a brand new island everywhere we roll.
And of course we have You're Welcome, which was a song to replace Let It Go from Frozen and what gets stuck in your head the most. They just did such a brilliant job. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. I love this film so much, and the more I watch it, the more that I love it and notice so many details about it, and I'm just so happy and satisfied with the complete story, animation, film, music, etc, etc, everything. This film is, I don't see any faults, I don't, and yeah, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. It's perfection to me. It's really perfection. They did a fantastic job on it. So tomorrow we're gonna be talking about yet another favorite of mine. This is where I'm excited about the month because this is where I get to get a lot of my favorites again. We're gonna be talking about Studio Ghibli films for a little bit because I think that they're really important, and they were redubbed by Disney. Even though they weren't originally Disney, they are partnered with Disney, so we'll talk about more when I actually discuss it. But the first one on our list is Kiki's Delivery Service. So stay tuned, and as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.